All right, folks, Mark here, taking a quick little lunch break and decided I just want to, share some gems. All right, so let's think about life like a tree, right? And on the tree you have fruits, right? And the fruits, there's low-hanging fruits and there's high-hanging fruits. Most people are going to grab the low-hanging fruits, right? People who are hungry, they're walking by the tree, they're going to reach for the low-hanging fruits. The reason they reach for the low-hanging fruits is it makes sense. It's convenient. They don't have to get a ladder. They don't have to exert any effort. There's no effort, or let's just say this: there's minimum. There's a minimum amount of effort that needs to be exerted for them to reach the low-hanging fruits because it's within reaching distance. They can just stand up, lift up their hands, and pick a fruit that's on that tree. But the fruits that are higher requires a tremendous amount of effort. They might have to climb that tree, right? So it's arduous. There's an arduous effort needed for them to reach the higher hanging fruits. So they might have to get a ladder. They might have to climb. They run the risk of, if they climb, they can fall off the tree. So there's a difficulty. There's some danger. There's some elements of danger involved in reaching for those higher hanging fruits. But again, the low hanging fruits, those fruits are very convenient. They're right there. Anyone can pick them. This analogy of the tree and the fruits and people picking the lower hanging fruits and the difficulties of reaching the higher hanging fruit is representative of life and where you want to be in life, right? If life is the tree and the fruits represent you and I, what level do you want to be at in life? Do you want to be at the low level where everyone can reach you, everyone can pick you, everyone can take you, everyone have access to you, everyone can manipulate you, everyone can maneuver you, everyone can have access to your life and do what they want with your life because you're a low-hanging fruit. And because you're a low-hanging fruit, again, everyone has access to you. You're easily reachable, attainable, and accessible. So if this tree and these fruits are analogous of life in you and I, the question you need to ask yourself is, do you want to be a low-hanging fruit? And a low-hanging fruit is representative in this analogy. It's analogous of you just reaching a very plateaued or a very low level with your life. You've not developed your life to where you are a high-hanging fruit. You've just developed your life to where you are at a very low level in life. You're just at a entry level in life. You're barely getting by in life. You're just working to pay the bills, which no one is condemning that. We want to be clear that we respect any kind of jobs and any kind of work. Anyone who's working, we take our hats off. We salute you. That's not what we're questioning. We're questioning, do you want to be at that level where you are just barely getting by? You're just working to take care of the minimum, to meet the minimum. Your life, your potential is so much greater than the minimum. But most of us are complacent and we are satisfied with doing just the minimum. And if we're doing just the minimum, then we are the equivalent, we are the representative, we are analogous to the low-hanging fruits. And remember, the low-hanging fruits on that tree are the fruits that get picked. Everyone has access to them. They are disposable. There's no value in those low-hanging fruits. Why? Because everyone has access to them. But if you can stretch your potential, challenge your potential, make your potential uncomfortable. Because here's the thing, to be the high-hanging fruit, to be the fruit on the tree that sits at the top, the very top, it is very uncomfortable. To be successful, you have to be very, very uncomfortable. Now, once you become successful, there is a level of comfort. But on the way to success, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. You have to be willing to have sleepless nights. You have to be willing to grapple with anxiety. You have to be willing to deal with the stress. You have to be willing to deal with the doubt, overcome the doubt, cope with that doubt, handle that doubt. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone if you want to be the high-hanging fruit. But understand this, once you become the high-hanging fruit, you are at a level where not everyone has access to you. You're not easily picked, discarded, taken for granted, devalued, and you're noble. There's a certain nobility that comes with being the high-hanging fruit. There's a certain dignity, status that comes with being that high-hanging fruit. So the moral of this, again, is you have to ask yourself, do you want to be the low-hanging fruit where everyone has access to you? Or do you want to be the high-hanging fruit where you are in a class not so much by yourself, but above the common, above the normalcy? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be the high-hanging fruit. It's called ambition. So until next time, stretch your muscles. Peace.